One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David. There he goes! He has the first and still on his feet. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Might as well give it to him again.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls in the deep ball. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Toss sweep to the right. Slithers into space. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got
some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Terrapins offense will take the field for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, and I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Back to pass, it's Madden. Gets it out fast. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Terrapins come. line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Pitts. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And the Terrapins will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll try the run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Spins away from the defender. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this offense isn't all about the pass, right? Like, they're the top 10 in passing in college football, and I think they get all the shine. I love when you come out in a football game and create balance. I like running the football to complement this great passing attack.
He's got it, first down and more. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Looking to throw, it's Madden. Get it out on the screen. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be fourth. The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Using the quick game. Turning it on. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Caught, and he's close to the first down on the nice pickup there. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. One final play before the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hills. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Back to throw, it's Madden. And a sack all the way back at the 5. And the Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Pitts. On the move at the 30. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum.
Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Terrapins in the hurry up.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw on the pre.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. With the catch, it's Sanders. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Breaks into the open. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the 2nd half.
Got his man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime.
Military stunt.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Ara Parseghian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll throw on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
Well, because this defense has already given up a lot of yards through the air to this quarterback, they're starting to play back. The guys are dropping in zone coverage, hoping not to get burned. What they're not expecting, though, is for him to take off and running it. When you drop guys out in zone coverage, there's a lot of open space right over the ball. Quarterback saw it that time. The first time in the game, he's decided to scramble, but it was a good decision.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Trying play action. They get to him as he throws. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
8-yard line. 1st and goal, Notre Dame.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. And the Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to pass, it's Madden. Wide open downfield. Bounced off his feet. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Here come the Irish back on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Caught in the backfield, it's Gibbs. There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Finds the tight end. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot.
Touchdown, Irish! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. And the Terrapins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Madden. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. The give to the back. Turning it on. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And they'll just down it right there.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football on that play.
The give to the back. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
From the gun, give on the inside. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Sanders. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man, it's Pitts. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got him downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Terrapins look to keep this drive humming.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Handoff from the gun. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Notre Dame talked it over, and here's what they have on 4th down to start the 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they... push this winning streak to 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Working the big fella downfield and outside. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw it.
There he goes. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he... make the connection. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 2 to Illinois. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They've got the screen set up. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
The quick out. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Now they'll run it on the toss. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
They'll try to get it through the air. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you can tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try the outside to the left. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Going with the ground game left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
And first down for the offense.
The run from the shotgun. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. He'll run it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game.